Victoire. It's a rowdy crowd on a Tuesday night inside Glass Bell. Poulin and Heisey will take this opening face-off. Season series tied 2 apiece. Who will jump ahead tonight? Montreal wins it clean to start. But watch out as Minnesota comes in. Curl tries to fire that one from the slot. It's blocked, and Ambrose steers her right into the boards. Away comes Poulin. Over to Stacy, a one-timer. Not quite the shot she wanted, but away they go once more. Berta Curl tries to move it through her legs, and Wilgren stops her. Cava comes in with a sharp angle shot, skims by the crease. Panic far side. A player who hasn't been able to produce the way she did last season. No goals in her last 16 games. She's in off the puck by Wilgren once more.
Well, they could use her to start to get on the sheet. She's done so many other things well, and she could get the goal scoring going.
Chasing it down is Graham Mentis. Flaherty gets there first. Minnesota in their own end, coming in quick. Boulier trying to get it out to Graham Mentis, now working it off the wall as Boreen, former Minnesota Frost player, helped her team win the Walter Cup last season. Former team win the Walter Cup last season, and Rooney will freeze. Minnesota from their own end, moving up quick. Point Schofield flips it down. Desbiens plays it. Even gets it around Zumwinkle, but away comes Peachy. She takes it in close. Still in front, try to let loose. That was Zumwinkle doing the work. They'll try once more off the wall. Rimmed. Boulier takes away the ice for Point Schofield. She's set up on the doorstep, though. It's kept in. Claire Thompson, not quite offside. Nearly 2 minutes in, and no shot recorded for either team so far. Of course, Montreal scored in their first shot of that game at the Bell Center Saturday. Katie Tabey, who's out on the ice right now. Catherine Dubois also managed to score on a first shot for Montreal earlier this season. That was against Minnesota back on January 12th. Right now, both teams looking for a clean entry. The 2 top goaltenders, of course, Maddie Rooney making the bulk of the starts this season for the Frost. That wasn't the case during the inaugural campaign. And it was split almost 50-50 with Nicole Hensley.
She's really started to solidify herself as the #1 for this team this season, just based on how she's played. Hensley's had, a couple weaker starts, and so you see Cancri going to Rooney most of the time now.
Some quick passes here for the Victoire, trying to get it through the middle to Derek Gregg. She keeps it. To the outside. DeGeorge with a quick touch, and Barnes as well. Sweeps in. Barnes, one of the defensive and rookie leaders in this league. Poulin off the bench with a quick touch, sends it back down.
Poulin with some good patience there just to make sure they've completed that change before she steps out and touches the puck.
Gardner with a crisp pass to Ambrose as Curl forces Ambrose into the corner. Board battle. Gardner watching on. Poulin as well in the mix. Gardner out to Stacy at the point, forced back into the neutral zone. Taven flips it in, talked about her 2-goal game. First time a Montreal defender has had a multi-game. My goodness, Laura Stacy nearly taking that away in the slot. Now, Maggie Flaherty getting to work for the Frost with a shot, another chance here. McQuigg tries to fire it, a big save by Desbiens, gets the crowd going. Panic wins it at the dot for the Frost. They fire at distance, just wide. Flaherty on the near side. The reversal, Boreen looking for a pass for a Montreal player. It's sent right back by Channel Watkins. Now Dalton getting to work. Check that, Kristen O'Neill rather. He goes off for a change. On the forecheck is Boreen. Now McQuigg trying to play it up into the neutral zone. Nearly taken away by Lena Youngbloom. Away comes Maureen Murphy. She drives towards the net, steered around instead. Kept to the outside, plenty of perimeter play early on here as Petrie pushes it forward.
I love the Murphy net drive, and I think that's what's put her on this third line is when she moves her feet and she gets those opportunities. Of course, great defensive play by Coyne Schofield to come back and take Barnes going to the net.
And it's Coyne Schofield that flips it down. Zumwinkle puts it towards Desbiens from below the goal line to force the save. Frost fired towards the net. The Sheppers comes in close. Sheppers getting her first career goal against the Victoire in that 4-0 win. Here at Place Bell, their first ever win against the Victoire on Montreal's home ice. It's an icing call. And these are the two best teams when it comes to even strength goal scoring. And now Minnesota trying to work out of their own zone, but Minnesota with 45 even strength goals to Montreal's 40. Taven from the line. Why not? She's been so effective getting those pucks down deep. It's Montreal on the attack. Taven again from the half wall this time. As Thompson facing pressure. Dubois back out. Ambrose flips it into the slot. Jakes gets a touch. Sophie Jakes having a great sophomore season. She looks for some support. Tries to put it ahead of Heisey on the chase curl from the point. Heisey trying to tee it up for Bookbinder, who comes in. Bookbinder now. Abby Boreen fires it into the netting. So scoreless to start. Montreal, Minnesota inside Place Bell. For Minnesota's end to start, O'Neill, Taylor Heisey. And it's loud tonight inside Place Bell. Wilgren over to Barnes. Sends it down to O'Neill. She's turned around in the circle. Out comes Heisey. Bowls over Barnes. Wilgren gets the puck back for Montreal. Quick touch by Cava. But Boreen comes away with it. Trying to find some space in the middle. Keeps it. Shot blocked. Jenna Watkins stayed right ahead of Boreen. Another chance here for Montreal to set up in the offensive zone. On the point, Poulin. She goes in, lays a hit. And our first look at Dominika Laskova. In her Season 2 PWHL debut, her 8th career game, in comes Shisheva. Another chance there. Stop short for the Frost. Now Brooke McQuigg, she can't find a path. Laskova, it's her first time in a Victoire jersey.
In over a year, she hasn't been on the ice in the PWHL, so it's got to be a great feeling to have her back. And, you know, Coach Corey Chevry had talked about her just getting her legs underneath her. But Taylor Heisey, what a hit on her Team USA teammate, Kayla Barnes, as Barnes looks like she was setting up to step up and hit Heisey, and Heisey said, "I see you coming." And she lays the shoulder into Barnes. It takes her down and continues to pursue the puck.
Barnes on a 2-game point streak as it is at the primary on Stacey's OT game winner Saturday inside the Bell Center. Another chance, Montreal. Taven winds up, shoots just wide. Ambrose back to collect as Thompson with the pressure for Minnesota. Back to the wall, and Thompson comes away with it. Over to Jakes. Jakes fires it far corner. In comes a fast Coyne Schofield, but Desbiens plays it quickly. Sent back in the corner. Coyne Schofield. Up and around. Thompson to Jakes once more. Blocked. Close contact by Youngbloom. Another chance for Jakes. Gets the shot off. Rebound out wide. Petrie comes in for some support. Petrie in her 10th career PWHL game tonight. There's a big absence during an injury. Now Dalton puts the puck on Rooney. Anna Watkins looking for a way, and Minnesota getting on the move. Shepherds comes in, it's offside. Quick switch at the dot. Derek Gregg stepping in, and so Minnesota in the neutral zone. Brings it in, Flaherty puts it down as Shepherds goes. But out come the Victoire. Cross ice pass to Dubois. They'll dump it. Gardner coming up. Now Budarak for Minnesota going the other way. Earl plays it back to Heisey. Rimmed around, Desbiens watching right in front. Kick save. And a big hit on Cava as well. Bookbinder. Her pass to Heisey. Still finds a way. Pass Boulier flipped up high. Back in the slot, Curl. And relentless work by Mariah Keppel. Gets the puck to Dubois, who flips it in.
Some really great patience down low on the offensive side. Britta Curl to wait, find that pass. Desbiens comes up huge again.
In the neutral zone, Panic and Poulin. Montreal wins it clean. Tabin sends it down as Stacy comes in with speed. From the point, Ambrose steered aside by Rooney.
Ambrose with patience, just waiting for someone to get to the net front.
Steckline out there as well. Player that you'll expect to see when Marie-Philippe Poulin is out on the ice.
Well, and I would think this is your ideal matchup if your coach Ken Clee with Steckline on the back end and Panic and her line out on the front end.
Nice hit with the hip from Steckline to stop Stacy short. As Tabin rims it. Both teams looking to get going here in the first. Montreal hoping to improve upon that last performance against the Frost, in which they didn't score a goal.
It wasn't their best, and they were in 2 games where they were battling a little bit of a sickness through the dressing room, and so not the typical Montreal Victoire that we have seen throughout the course of the season. This one goes up, and it's a souvenir for a fan in the stands. I think it was surprising to a lot of people when Montreal took her. I think everyone assumed she'd be back with Minnesota, but what a pickup at the draft.
Now Petrie over to Zumwinkle. Zumwinkle shoots. Saved by Desbiens. Rebound in the far corner. Far wall, rather. Petrie trying to get across ice. Michaela Grant-Mentis takes it. Quick work for the Frost captain to get it back. Zumwinkle unable to corral the puck. And Boreen trying to protect it from Coyne Schofield.
Boreen with a great back check on that play as well, because Kayla Barnes had jumped in offensively, so Montreal has to get back, and Boreen with a good stick in front to take away the pass lane.
Jake's trying to get the puck up quick, and Budarak was down low. Less than 8 minutes to go in the opening frame. Still looking for a first goal. Montreal going to get on the move here. Gardner takes it all the way near side. Tracked by Jakes. Pearl as well, working below the goal line. Thompson with a quick stick. Poulin. That pass taken away by Curl over to Heisey. Heisey staying up. Poulin and Ambrose. Ambrose up this time to Dalton. Shoots off the end board. Tabin. First shot taken back once more into the end board.
Well, I don't mind that zone entry. I like the idea. End wall bank. Change the point of attack.
Now comes Dalton. She gets the pass off to Murphy. Patient trying to find a lane. Tough go for Youngbloom. Hoping to connect on that one-timer. Out comes Brooke McQuigg with speed. Cross ice pass finds Cava. Patient. McQuigg on the doorstep, but Desbiens gets there first.
with Wilgren right on her. You don't want to let your player beat you out of the corner. And Wilgren does a nice job.
Montreal looking to get out of their own zone once more. Flaherty picks it up. Gets the puck out, but Lena Ljungblom takes it away. 6.5 minutes left now in the first period.
Once again, Minnesota with a nice stick to break that play up. That was a 3-on-2 coming through the neutral zone.
Nisa Shisheva trying to work her way against the near wall. Her space runs out. Barnes looking up, carries it herself over the lines into the neutral zone. Puts it deep once more. Montreal with time to set up here. Fast-moving puck, and that gets the Frost going. Petrie. Puck is stripped now. Sophie Jakes in the slot. It's saved.
Minnesota has not hesitated on their transition. They've gotten the puck up fast. They're getting scoring chances from it. This last one, Sophie Jakes walks to the middle, fires this one.
Very big week indeed. They're looking to close out a 3-game homestand with 3 straight wins if they can get one here tonight over Minnesota. Right now, both teams just looking to get on the board. Jakes keeps it in for the Frost. Zumwinkle takes it around. More room. Jakes trying to put it down from distance. Another chance as Zumwinkle flies in. Go working off the wall. Petrie with a quick reversal. It'll be Katie Tabin. Chips it up. Tabin surpassing her goal total from last season after that 2-goal game. There's 3 on the season so far. Zumwinkle out to Coyne Schofield and back again. Wind up. Hard shot off the glass. Boreen comes in as well. Tries to lay a hit. Steckline.
Once again, you see how quickly Minnesota is getting out of their zones. It's taking a lot of the zone time away from Montreal right now. It's just 1-2 passes, quick and out.
Montreal's head coach Corey Chevry noted after that last game against Minnesota that the Frost neutral zone play has been so good. He believes it's among the best in the league.
Yeah, definitely very good through the neutral zone, shutting down play and then transitioning quick.
Budarak looking back, and Larova coming in for support. Minnesota in the offensive zone. Bookbinder Heisey watching on, but the puck comes out on Gardner's stick. Jen Gardner, second in rookie scoring so far this season. Other chances. Gardner looks for a pass, finds Poulin at the half wall. Back to Gardner, still pressed to the outside. Laskova rims it. Laskova wearing number 14 this season, was number 96 during her inaugural campaign with Montreal last year.
A bit of a fresh start for her. She only played 7 games last year before she was injured and out, and now she's wearing a slightly different jersey.
Yeah, and this is her 3rd career game against Minnesota. She played 2 against the American rivals last season. It's a knee injury that sidelined her for so long. 403 days, Becky, it's been since she last played a PWHL game, so a big night for her as well. In through the neutral zone is Curl, shielding the puck. Manages to keep Barnes off of it. Flaherty with a quick shot off the pad. Another chance, and Dampier dialed in.
Corey Chevry is not overly pleased with the officials right now. Looks like she's going to step down off the bench for an explanation as Lena Ljungblom is going to go to the penalty box.
And Ljungblom was all set up to be playing on the ice, but it'll be our first power play of the game, and it goes Minnesota's way. Brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel, paper towel. Power through tough messes. Panic to Jakes. Top of the circle, Zumwinkle. Looking for some space. Zumwinkle shoots. Goes wide. Panic with the rebound. Now Coyne over to Jakes. Back to Panic this time. Quick shot, and it's just wide once more. Minnesota resets. Panic to Jakes and back again. Panic walks in, blocked by Murphy. Ambrose getting in below the goal line. Petrie. A hot pass takes it all the way back into the Frost zone, and so a change now on the penalty kill for the Victoire. They've been so good. Quick work by Zumwinkle. Puts it off the pad. They go shorthanded. O'Neal She's already got one jailbreak on the season, looking to make it 2. Victoire have not allowed a power play goal in their last 14 penalty kills spanning the last 4 games. Now Cava to Heisey. And back up, Thompson. Thompson, the shot through traffic. But McQuigg gets there. He's second in the league for shooting percentage. 5 goals on 22 shots for Brooke McQuigg in her rookie season so far. Back out Heisey. She looks for a lane. Quick pass. Tries to find Cava, and Milgren gets a good stick on it to slow down. Minnesota on the power play. Thompson. Over to Heisey now. High slot shot. Saved by Desbiens. Cleared out, but kept in. Heisey once more. It's a piece of Laura Stacey right in front as Barnes whips it from below the goal line, giving a little bit of space for Montreal.
Taylor Heisey with that first shot, and once again, you got to be deceptive if you want to get it past these blocking forwards, and Taylor Heisey does a nice job.
One shot in that power play for the Frost as Youngbloom out of the penalty box over to the bench. In comes Claire Dalton. Quick work to get a stretch pass up. Now Himlarova surrounded by Victoire jerseys. Poulier to Keppel as we approach the final minute of the first period. Dalton with a shot, just the 4th of the period for the Victoire. Another chance here for Keppel, fires at distance, in again, Poulin on the backhand, goes to collect the rebound. Calm and poised Poulin. Keppel sends it around. Gardner working in with Dalton, looking for a wraparound. 33 seconds, some of the best looks so far for the Victoire in this game. As Katie Taven keeps it in from the point. Gives Youngbloom some time to get on the doorstep. Rooney will cover. Petrie for Minnesota. She's sitting at 62% efficiency when it comes to face-offs, but Maureen Murphy able to keep it in now, working from the near wall. Victoire, 13 seconds to go before the first period closes out. Minnesota brings it in, and there's a whistle. Exactly 3 seconds remaining in the opening frame, and it's a neutral zone draw just outside Montreal's zone. Jakes will put it on Desbiens just to close it out, but it's scoreless inside Glassbell. It's a big one here for the Frost, and they want to start things off right, while Montreal looking to improve upon those shots from the first period. Heavily outshot early on. Once again, having to work out of their own end. A stretch pass to Stacey, and she gets to the puck. Coming in on Rooney, shoots and scores! Laura Stacey! The opening goal inside Glassbell.
Well, she's been impressive, and they put her back on this top line with Poulin and Gardner, and they've just been very, very good.
17 seconds into the second period. Talk about making those adjustments. That's what has been so good for the Victoire. Even when it seems like they're down, facing some adversity, quick to bounce back.
Well, that's what we talked about, Desbiens keeping them in the game, and then they give them she gives them the opportunity to go ahead. And again, we've seen Laura Stacey do this a number of times off the opening faceoff, coming out of the zone where this team's going to catch it out. The puck, no problem. She's going to beat out, and so it's been a set play for this throughout.
Gardner and Ambrose picking up assists on that. They are the team assist leaders, so now both with 11 assists on this season. Minnesota pressed up on the boards. You have to think they'll want to respond quickly.
They're coming off such a good period that, yeah, it's tough to give up a goal like that when you weren't able to capitalize on your 13 shots.
And you get this crowd right back in it when you're the Victoire. Corrine puts a shot on Rooney. Can she seal it? Does. Rooney, of course, facing few shots in that first period. Can also be tough for a netminder as Lena Youngbloom off the draw. Off the glass. Goes to collect at far point. Puts it down for Dalton as Jakes is in for the Frost. Talked about her production in 5 fewer games this season due to an injury. And Coyne through the slot to Petrie, and Montreal comes in, stops that play. Petrie chases it into the corner, over to Zumwinkle, back to the point, Thompson. Can't hold, and Dalton looking to get a jump on it. Back in the Montreal zone. Point Schofield to Petrie. Zumwinkle loves to set up below the goal line. Now Dalton trying to carry it to the middle for the Victoire. A change from Montreal. And they can't set up in the offensive zone. It's Tabin. It's it back to neutral ice. Ambrose is there as well. Crowd trying to rally their team, extend the lead. Ambrose comes in far side, takes off Budarak. Bookbinder with a quick touch, kept out by Sheppers. Another race to the puck this time, but it's an icing call. Shots on goal now, 13-10. 13-4 coming into this middle frame, but Michaela Cava with intention. Wilgren forces her into the end boards. Back channel Watkins tries to find a lane. Curl in the circle. Barnes sends it over to Lena Ljungblom. Ljungblom puts him in the near corner this time as Dalton comes in. Channel Watkins with her. Back to the point, Keppel fires. Blocked Heisey, but no stick for Britta Curl. And that gives Beaulier some time as Curl lays a hit without a stick. And it's quick work for the Frost to make sure no one gets close to Rooney that time.
It's a nice play. If you don't have your stick, take the body. Britta Curl throws a nice hit on Beaulier.
Moskova, the pass up to Dalton. Working from the outside in, Murphy. Rims it. Sophie Jakes trying to get there, but Derek Gregg faster. Going in on the far side. Jakes up to Himlarova this time. Got to work past Mariah Keppel. Now Claire DeGeorge in the mix, another former Minnesota player. Jakes to Thompson. Thompson shoots! Kick save, another chance. Sheppers right there. Desbiens with a big stop as the Frost get their first 2 shots on goal of the period, but it's Laura Stacey and the Victoire with the first goal of the game and a 1-goal lead over Minnesota.
She has been good, add a couple of assists to that as well.
Ties a league record. Jesse Eldridge and Brianne Jenner got to a charge did last season, so Stacey on a tear. Now Tabin gonna work it off the wall as Brooke McQuigg gets moving, and Montreal has been the clear winner when it comes to faceoffs as well this period. Stacey with a quick touch gets it down to Poulin. Brooke McQuigg is in on the pressure. Over to Bookbinder. Across to Panic. Panic shoots. Saved by Desbiens. Panic was patient with that shot as well. Getting around the defender, and now Ambrose puts it in the near corner as the Victoire look to get going, forced back into their own end.
Well, you got to think right now they're thinking, what do we do to get past Desbiens?
And the Frost, they were so solid with their shots in the first period. Now Barnes over to O'Neill. And another chance right in front. Boreen, it just skims the crease. O'Neill. Jenna Watkins lays a hit on O'Neill. The crowd not liking the no call. But Britta Curl able to get the puck past neutral ice.
Kayla Barnes has been really jumping tonight. And that last chance for Montreal, she was activating, and then she's done that a few times here tonight. She's adding to the offensive pressure for Montreal.
Cava stands on the pass, and Grand Mentis does the same. Desbiens plays it once more. She's been very active around the net tonight as well. Petrie to Thompson, out to Jakes, in the glove! But Minnesota now with 3 face-off wins this period. Montreal 7. Will help them get the jump on some shots on goal. Frost getting to work now. Thompson, top of the circle in the high slot. Goes backhand there. Zumwinkle plays it back to Thompson. Over to Jakes, through traffic, and Desbiens with a glove save.
Minnesota now with a little bit of pressure as they're buzzing around the offensive zone.
The rookie Petrie taking on Poulin in the circle, wins the draw for the Frost. Sophie Jakes takes it in quick, fires Poulin with the block. Stacy forced to go back behind. Gets it over to Tabin. Still quick work. Now Jakes off the wall, and she draws a penalty. So off goes Rooney. As soon as she gets there, it's a delayed penalty here. Another chance for Minnesota on the power play if they don't score now. It is 6-on-5 as Rooney the bench. Another chance in close quarters. Montreal getting to quick work, able to win the draw, and they've been so effective at that on the PK.
Well, of course, gives them a line change as well so that they can get a unit out there to kill.
And again, Stacy now shorthanded, coming up with some quick sticks. This is the second power play of the game for Minnesota. Brought to you by Royale Tiger-Towel. They're 0 for 1 with only 1 shot on Desbiens in the first period. Bring their first player advantage and see what they can do now. Heisey into Brooke McQuigg. Michaela Cava trying to go backhand on Desbiens. As the slot was clogged, Heisey once more tries another angle. Looking for an open lane curl. The point over to Jakes. Heisey once more in the circle. Catches the skate of Curl as she goes around O'Neill. Lilgren up to Maureen Murphy, and it's short-handed here for Montreal.
Jake's just looking to throw that one out front. She had a player in front of the net all alone.
Now Boyd Schofield to Zumwinkle. The 2-on-1, a penalty on the way.
The crowd may not like this one, but 100% this one is a hook as Poulin gets her stick up into the stick hands area of Zumwinkle, Grace Zumwinkle. She's not able to make a play after that, so you know that one's getting called. So huge opportunity right now for Minnesota, and you watch Poulin stick right there up into the hands. Grace Zumwinkle, who's looking to shoot, to pass, to do something, and she can't do it. She's got a stick in the hands, so Poulin's going to sit down, and Minnesota's going to have 5-on-3 for 40 seconds.
Minnesota has only scored 1 power play goal against Montreal this season. Jakes to Zumwinkle. Jakes one-timer. Front cleared out by Maureen Murphy. So 5-on-3. 20 seconds to go.
Once again, Montreal gets that change in.
Zumwinkle to Petrie. Blocked in front by Boulier. Montreal so good with the block shots. Wayne Schofield to Jakes. Now panic in the high slot. Patient to Jakes once more. And Petrie can't fire. Zumwinkle. It's now 5-on-4. Zumwinkle fires again, and Tabin comes out of the penalty box and gets on the move. Or she'll dump it, go off to the bench. Still more time on the advantage for the Frost. Less than a minute to go. Can they get the equalizer? O'Neill off the wall. Up this time to Dalton. It's Heisey Looks for a way in. Finds it through the middle. Taylor Heisey takes it off the glass. Came in all on her own. Montreal penalty kill has been steadily improving across the last 4 games for this team. Heisey now to Thompson. They're kept to the perimeter. Thompson back to Heisey this time. Across the curl, shoots. Another chance here. 15 seconds to go. 5 on 4. Curl, top of the circle, fires. Hits her own teammate, Brooke McQuigg. No redirect. And Curl doing whatever she can, sprawling on the ice. Montreal perfect on the penalty kill, but still a chance for Minnesota as Cava comes in, and it's Keppel just laying out in front. A kick save. Check that, it was Ambrose laying her body on the line. He's deck line patient. The feed to Bryant and up again. That was Heisey rather, working around the goal line. Himlerova, you can tell this Frost team desperate to get by Desbiens. And the crowd, of course, loving what they're seeing from the Victoire. Minnesota has been pouring on the shots the last little bit of this second period. They're doubled up on the Victoire. We're still looking to tie the game. Now Sheppers forced behind, trying to get it in close on Desbiens. Steckline again through traffic, just wide. Bookfinder gets there quick in a board battle. Is Budarak in there in the Minnesota white jersey. Ambrose taking some hits as well. Now Petrie looking for a wraparound. It's Ambrose and Keppel getting in close. Channel Watkins over to Flaherty. She rims it. Back down to Zumwinkle. Minnesota unable to score on 3 power play opportunities, including some time 5 on 3. And they do it at even strength. They're the best in the league in 5 on 5 scoring. Now Zumwinkle looking up. Over to Coyne Schofield. She uses the wall. Channel Watkins. Blocked by Poulin. And Flaherty can't hang on. And a big hit. Poulin to Petrie. And Petrie goes down as Aaron Ambrose lays some retaliation. That's another penalty for the Victoire.
I don't think Aaron Ambrose liked the hit on her captain, so she came in. But another penalty for Montreal. Is going to sit down for another 2 minutes as they weather the storm right now.
And Renee Desbiens standing tall. Minnesota had 3 chances on the power play so far in this game, and still a 1-0 lead for Montreal.
Kristen O'Neill's going to go to the penalty box. Retaliation penalty. As she stands up for her captain, Poulin and Petrie go in. Petrie throws Poulin down, and then O'Neill comes in and says, She gives a cross-check to Petrie, and so she's going to go to the penalty box.
So 4th power play for the Frost in this game. And quick work as Curl with a quick release, and Barnes flips it past along the far side. Frost just finding, obviously having a hard time just getting past Desbiens, but also getting shots off even on the power play. Now Heisey in close once more. Setting up on the rush, and now working around the perimeter. Curl from the top circle gets it in. Heisey shoots and scores! Taylor Heisey on the power play. We're all tied at 1.
Well, you had to wonder if it was just a matter of time when you give this power play too many opportunities. In this one, they had some really good puck movement going on. Montreal last time did a really nice job to keep them to the outside. They get inside, so that puck up, back, it goes over. Little touch to Heisey, who is in the slot. And that little touch pass back to Heisey as she's able to walk in. Now that's prime real estate, especially for a player like Taylor Heisey, who has no problems finding the back of the net, and she beats Davian.
Heisey's 5th goal of the season. And an important one for the Frost to bring things back to even. A team that has been so good 5-on-5, finally capitalizing on the advantage in this game. Costly penalty for Kristen O'Neill.
That's when you want to stick up for your teammates, but sometimes you got to be smart about that. And Montreal, having taken 2 penalties already, they needed to get that momentum back.
There's O'Neill right away, getting back to work. Keppel pushing it off the puck. It was Cava and Curl with the power play assists on that goal for Heisey.
Such momentum swings in this game so far.
Now Petrie on Boreen. Petrie, a player that we've heard so many times her head coach say she plays with an edge, and that's why when she had the injury earlier this season, they had to make sure she was 100% because of the way that she comes in and lays those hits.
Well, why she's been successful when she's come to this league, because she will get to the middle of the ice and power through, and so sometimes it's difficult, right? Some of you skilled players that come out of the NCAA, to be able to grind, get to the middle of the ice is not an easy thing in this league. She does it well.
And the Victoire in the offensive zone. Barnes trying to find Poulin. Gardner with the release. Stacy keeps it in. Circles back, brings it in to the circle. Out to Barnes. She walks the line. Looks for a lane. Skips the puck down. Laskova takes a hit. Now Stacy. Back to Barnes this time. Barnes puts it over to Poulin into the far corner. Rim to Stacy. Player with an in-close chance was Poulin. My goodness, Rooney stopping that one point blank.
Well, that's a huge save. She gets out to cut down that angle.
Laskova to Poulin, and this Montreal team, they've been perfect in all games when their captain has scored. Now Dalton across to Youngbloom, down to Murphy, fires. As Minnesota comes in, Sheppers plays it to the far corner. Ambrose looking behind her. And another penalty on the way. Montreal's first power play brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel. And they are 5th among teams on the power play, 10 for 62 to 16%. But they've been so effective at their 5-on-5 scoring. They're actually tied with Minnesota for the number of power play goals, although check that, Heisey just went ahead by 1.
A power play that has been streaky this year.
Gardner, Poulin, and now Ambrose looking up to Stacy. Top of the circle. Deflected in the slot. Another chance. Ambrose to Poulin. The goal line. Gardner with a quick feed as Sheppers tries to clear Ambrose in perfect position to Stacy. They trade. Comes in, another chance to Laura Stacy. Over now, Poulin. Walks in, quick fire by Barnes. It's just high.
What a feed. Poulin to Barnes.
Stacy comes in, it is power play for Montreal. Ambrose, another chance blocked by him, Larova. Lots of time here. Stacy, it's a kick saved by Rooney. Another chance on that pass. Not quite. As Sheppers clears it out, and finally a break for that first penalty kill unit. Not really unit, but the first penalty killing group for the Frost. And it's just offside. 45 seconds left in Montreal's first power play of the game. It's the 5th power play combined. Minnesota had 4 chances and then got the equalizer. Their last chance out by Taylor Heisey. Bookbinder rims it. Steckline comes in. Trying to work it off the wall. Away come the Victoire. Bodies in front, Rooney will cover. And that'll do for the second period. All tied at 1. A power play goal by Taylor Heisey from the Frost. And it was quick work for number 7, Laura Stacey, just 17 seconds into the middle frame to open scoring. Buckle up, Poulin, panic at center ice in Minnesota. An important face-off win there. As the final 10 seconds now remain on this Montreal power play. Poulin taking it all the way from the Montreal end. Up to Ambrose. He brings it below the goal line. Trades with Gardner. Barnes set up as well, down low. Poulin, high slot. Back to even strength. Ambrose and Barnes couldn't corral the puck. O'Neill at the circle. Another win there, Tabin. Puts it down, Michaela Grant-Mentis. Behind the net, O'Neill as well in for the Victoire. As Bookbinder gets it up to Budarak. She dumps. Minnesota goes for the change. Crowd rallying on the Victoire. It's O'Neill enters the zone. Grant-Mentis in the slot. Curl with an assist in this game. Heisey over to Cava. This line connecting on that power play goal, but now even strength. Flaherty puts it in the far corner. Heisey trying to get in on it. Able to pull the puck away from O'Neill. Back top circle over to Flaherty. Flaherty down. Another chance now. Zumwinkle forced to circle around as Barnes closes in. Heisey once more. Takes it herself. It's blocked. Caught some friendly fire as well.
Well, I like the way she walked that seam, Taylor Heisey, and tried to throw that puck back. Just not able to get it through the crowd and players in front. Minnesota comes back down the ice, and
tonight's goal by Taylor Heisey is her first ever against the Victoire through 9 meetings. And while Montreal wins the defensive zone face-off, trouble exiting, and Point Schofield will collect it. Keep it out of reach for Boreen. Over to Thompson. Thompson looking for a lane, blocked by Keppel. Keppel and Wilgren lead the lead in blocked shots. Now Zumwinkle comes in, fires. Turned aside by Desbiens. Boulier looking for the stretch feed. It stopped short in the neutral zone. Now Stacey puts it on Rooney. Bookbinder clears the slot. And Brooke McQuigg. There's the back check from Maureen Murphy. It's effective for the Victoire. Frost looking to set up here. Deniza Shisheva chasing it down. Last time inside Plaspel, Shisheva had 2 goals.
And the only time that Montreal had been shut out in the game in that 4-0 loss to Minnesota, their last win.
Should say 2 third-period goals at that. Of course, the Frost have been out shooting Montreal in this game, although the Victoire with a very strong second period. Outshot just 13-10.
It's almost 2-1 right now, the shots on goal.
Tabin from the point. Heisey and Poulin at the dot. The Frost. Look for a way out. They find Cava near side. Cross out to Taylor Heisey. Heisey shoots. Desbiens blocks and stops it. Curl comes in. The crowd just loves what they see.
Michaela Cava with a beauty saucer pass cross ice to Taylor Heisey for this shot. Cava just hesitates, a little saucer to get past both the defenders. Heisey though's got to try to corral that one, so It's wobbling and bobbling as it gets to Desbiens. Makes it hard, though, for Desbiens to get a glove on as Britta Curl comes in.
Heisey with some great momentum in this game. She had no goals in the month of February. Frost only winning 1 of their 5 meetings last month. They were a bit of a streaky team last season too, Becky, but found a way in to the playoffs. Now Laura Stacey gets to the puck before Thompson does. Quick shot, and they can't put it past the goal line. My goodness, that was so close.
I think they're going to have another look at that one.
It almost looked as though it crossed. Budarak takes it in. Wide shot, forces it to the far side, end to end, but my goodness, what a shot. Almost looked as though Stacey's one-timer snuck to the inside of the post. But we'll play on, still tied at 1. In comes Derek Gregg. She shoots, it's up high.
What a defensive play by Claire Thompson.
O'Neill, strong at the dot. Now Montreal, Maureen working with O'Neill in the low slot, but out comes Minnesota, and Zumwinkle takes it herself. Wilgren staying with her. Zumwinkle shoots. Bookbinder gets to the puck, trims it. Maureen looking back, just leaves it there as Wilgren goes in on the wall play. O'Neill caught up. Petrie, the crowd responding as Petrie's in there with O'Neill. And Maureen for Montreal. Flips it up. Grant Mentis is there chasing. Flaherty. Solid matchup with Grant Mentis.
But Grant Mentis likes to fly the zone as that weak side winger. And so she'll come across quite often, get in behind the defenders.
Now Erin Ambrose. She looks for the feed to Dalton. Tabin comes in. Even gets around Flaherty, but Channel Watkins quick to it. Lena Youngbloom with a touch. This puck just ping-ponging off bodies, including Brooke McQuigg. As Tabin gets another touch, out comes Shisheva. Just wide once more. Shisheva with a quick release. Going forward again. The hit on Tabin, out to Sophie Jakes. Jakes in the circle. Jakes shoots off the pad, another chance for Minnesota. Desbiens with the save. What a sequence once more. The Montreal's netminder standing tall, having faced 29 shots so far. We're still tied at 1 in the third. And this isn't the first time that Minnesota has put up big shot numbers on the Victoire. In fact, Elaine Chuli faced 44 shots in a game last season, and Victoire still won.
Sometimes they aren't the team putting up the volume of shots, or playing against some teams that definitely do that.
And I should say, it was actually 46 shots, 44 saves by Elaine Chuli, and that's still the most faced by the Victoire in franchise history in the regular season. Now, in the defensive zone, and fast too at the Frost. It was panic right near the post. Ambrose, patient. Gets the pass up, uses the wall. Far side. Does get the puck ahead of Gardner, but out comes Minnesota. Zumwinkle. In comes Wilgren. Quick to collect. Head on a swivel inside Place Bell right now. Who will get the go-ahead? Montreal had the lead in the second period. Now Brooke McQuigg. Fed it over to Petrie. Couldn't deliver that time. Another chance here. McQuigg to Petrie. Shisheva. Into the corner.
Kayla Barnes with a great defensive play on that 2-on-1.
Now Shisheva just trying to work off the wall to retrieve. Petrie in as well. Brooke McQuigg on the near wall this time. Frees the puck for Minnesota. Channel Watkins beats Maureen in a foot race. The Marines smothering on the back check, and the puck goes all the way to the other end. It'll be an icing call. Plenty of close calls, including that one. Poulin trying to find Gardner. Now Stacey once more. Hold, shoots off the blocker side of Rooney. Another chance with the Victoire. Tabin from the point, blocked by McQuigg. Out comes Poulin. She races into the far side. McQuigg brings it to the middle. Plays it over to Sheppers. In the glove of Desbiens. Desbiens will cover. A lively crowd inside Place Bell on a Tuesday night. It's Montreal working from their own end. Trying to keep Michaela Cava at bay. Cava gets the puck herself, comes in, shoots. Up high. It's saved by Desbiens. She has been incredible so far. One goal, a power play marker by Heisey, who has the puck. One goal against, 33 shots. Curl gets a quick touch on the puck. Corrine trying to work around Thompson. Now, all 4 previous meetings this season between these two teams have ended in regulation. We have passed the halfway point of the third period. Tied at 1 and a chance as Coyne Schofield may have gotten a piece of that puck. Minnesota trying to keep it in. Captain does. And now Grant Mentis up to Kayla Barnes. And her pass. The good play there by Panic to disrupt that.
Well, that was a 3-on-2, so really good stick by Kelly Panic.
O'Neill trying to move it up there from Minnesota. We'll send it back down. Petrie hard on Wilgren. Out to Boreen, who's seemingly been on the ice the entire game. Very active, the former Minnesota Frost player. Now McQuigg over to Steckline, off the glass of Poulin in the neutral zone. Crowd of more than 8,900 inside Place Bell. Cheering on this team. Victoire wrapping up a 3-game homestand here. Rolling in on 2 straight wins, including a massive overtime victory over Boston inside the Bell Center Saturday. Poulin over to Tabin this time. Ambrose flips it into the neutral zone, but in comes Steckline. It's the Frost trying to send in some waves of offense. Pearl up to Steckline, centering feet to Cava. Cava back out on the ice after being looked at. A hit, the crowd taking exception. And Michaela Cava in the slot, out to Flaherty, fires in the glove. Minnesota now up to 35 shots on goal. It's under 7.5 minutes left in the third period. Now comes Beaulieu. He rims it, Rooney plays out to Flaherty. Sends it back behind her, Budarak. Thought she had it in the neutral zone, but Claire George with a quick play, and now Channel Watkins facing the pressure of Catherine Dubois. Krzysztofa able to get a quick stick as well. Up comes Sophie Jakes on her own. Steered into the corner by Beaulieu. Solid work by Tabin. But back from the point. Another chance, the Frost. Trying to work up, but in come the Victoire. 3 to the near wall. Trying to close in on Coyne Schofield. Back around Panic once more. Can't get the pass. Out is DeGeorge. On her as well. Coyne Schofield up to Jakes. Using the wall again. Trying to find some space in the middle. Minnesota. Jakes fires. What a block. Taken by Derek Gregg.
That's just a great block, and you know that one's going to sting. If Jake's got all of that.
Petrie Trying to shovel it in along the far wall. And brimmed around. Youngbloom looking as Bookbinder comes in. McQuigg gets there before Dalton. Cross to Thompson. Minnesota going to work it through. Back in the neutral zone. Steckline this time. Patient. Shishova looking to set up. Doorstep. After she is in the low slot of Steckline. Can't hold, and now comes Youngbloom. Dalton working in with her. Rooney just the kick save. Wilgren out to Barnes once more. Barnes trying to find a lane. It's kept out that time and again. My goodness. Puck disappearing through traffic for a moment.
Michaela Barnes so patient. Her edge work is so good on that offensive blue line to be able to open up a seam.
5 minutes left in the third period. Still tied at 1. How we entered the third frame. We're in the offensive zone. The Victoire. Stacey from the point down to Poulin. She comes in with a chance. Oh my goodness. The puck stays out. It's like a force field behind Rooney. The big hit.
Well, another great chance from that line and the patience to wait.
4.5 minutes left here in the third period. Montreal with some good chances in what felt like a really wide open net. Stacey and Poulin just buzzing. Stacey's still out, along with Gardner and O'Neill. From the far point is Barnes down to Wilgren. She couldn't find a way. Now O'Neill. He turns and fires Boreen, coming in below the goal line. Barnes keeps it in. Far side gives Boreen some space to get to work. Boreen back to Barnes. Barnes holds, shoots. It's caught up on players in front. Now Boreen takes it herself. Looking for a chance. No goal! She thought. So did the crowd. Still.
Boreen is just buzzing on this shift. And I love the thought process. You're coming out on your backhand, so to turn, spin, fire on your forehand and see if you can catch Rooney moving. Looked like she had.
3 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the third. Montreal now with 20 shots on goal. 35 the other way for the Frost. A busy night for Anne-Renée Desbiens.
There's been so much back and forth through the neutral zone, though, in this period. You got to think someone's going to take advantage of a neutral zone turnover and create an odd player rush.
Under 3 minutes left. Now Beaulieu trying to play it up to Youngbloom. Flaherty up to Shishova. And Keppel looking back, but it'll be an icing call. Face-off win for the Victoire. Tabin's shot returned as Shishova goes in for the chase. Up to Gardner this time. Gardner shoots. It's a piece of the Minnesota player. Forces it wide now to the far side. Stacey out to Poulin. They circle back. Stacey, one-timer off the end boards. As Poulin rims it. In quick is Stacey, gets the puck back from Montreal, and Wilgren keeps it in. And a Wilgren out to Poulin. From the top of the circle now. Poulin rims it. Flaherty able to disrupt the path. We're under 2 minutes left in the third period. Montreal so good in games decided by one goal. They've only lost one of their 9 games decided by one goal or a shootout this season. And as time winds down, this next goal, whoever scores it will be a big one as Sophie Jakes comes in, does it herself, carries the puck, fires. Minnesota trying to find some time back in the Montreal end. Tabin keeps it. As Cava loses an edge. Out comes Murphy. Up to Dalton. Back to Murphy this time. Maureen Murphy. Puck taken away by Jakes. Now to Britta Curl. Curl shoots. It's blocked. Another one for the Victoire. Final minute here in the third period. Can they close it out in 60 minutes?
Well, it's a huge play. Erin Ambrose again to get in front of that shot.
Out comes Grace Zumwinkle. Keeps it herself. Into the slot for Coyne Schofield. Backhand save by Davian. Looking for the go-ahead here as Panic from the draw. Tries to collect. Stacey stop short. The Victoire on the move. 30 seconds. Stacey with the puck. For Stacey. Forced to rim it. 20 seconds left. And it's a race as speedy Coyne Schofield gets into the corner. Tied up with Barnes, though, and Wilgren. 8 seconds remain. Minnesota. Bookbinder fires. Save Davian. 3.4 seconds remain here. Zumwinkle winds up. It's steered aside by Davian. And we are headed to overtime. Stacey, Ambrose, and Poulin. The three out for the Victoire, while Curl, Coyne Schofield, and Lee Steckline draw for the Frost. And they win that first draw. Maddie Rooney there, and that could be a chance here for Montreal. Not quite. Settle back. Stacey to Ambrose. Back up to Poulin. Now Marie-Philippe Poulin takes it herself. Pass to Stacey. Gets a piece of Curl. Coyne Schofield up to Britta Curl this time. As Poulin slides. Now Kendall Coyne Schofield to Curl. Backhand. Save. Kept out. My goodness. Stacey helping out Renee Davian as well.
We've seen a few posts in this game now. That's the first one from Minnesota.
The Frost get going again. Taylor Heisey already with a goal in the game. Can you do it again? Off Davian. And Kristen O'Neill for the Victoire. She comes through the middle. Now looking for the near side. She's with Jen Gardner and Kayla Barnes. Kristen O'Neill from the circle. Blocked by Michaela Cava. Plays it back for Heisey. Heisey, another chance. 3-on-3. Out to Cava, patient, back to Heisey. In the circle this time, Thompson at the point. Claire Thompson. Drop pass to Heisey once more into the slot. Trying to inch ever closer. Cava to Heisey at the circle. Over to Thompson once more. Thompson brings O'Neill. Out comes Kelly Panic. And so O'Neill goes off for a change as Boreen comes in for the Victoire. Now, Kelly Panic into the boards, and it's a hard hit. Boreen on Panic. And so Heisey, Cava, Jakes, and Thompson get to work for Minnesota. Jakes to Thompson. And once more, Jakes stands on the shot. Keeps it. Back up to Thompson this time. She comes in now, Jakes. Just out of reach. Goes below the goal line. Cross to Heisey. Thompson once more. Out to Cava. Cava. Her pass. Picked off and kept out. That sets up. Jennifer Gardner comes in with the shot is just wide. Jen Gardner on a breakaway, shorthanded at that. It's 4-on-3 here for Minnesota in overtime. Next goal wins. Taylor Heisey keeps it herself over to Jakes. Poulin out there along with Boulier and Erin Ambrose for the Victoire. Crowd trying to rally the home team. Steckline. Over to Kelly Panic. Panic patient to Zumwinkle. Over And the puck is loose. Chase is on. In comes Poulin. Poulin actually getting ahead of Steckline there, but Steckline able to hold the puck and moves it up to Pearl. Pearl keeps it. High slot over to Panic this time. And Frost unable to get a clear lane. Now Thompson just fired wide. Pearl once more. Overtime winding, or rather the penalty winding down here. So still 4-on-3 in overtime. Minnesota. Pearl to Thompson. Back to Pearl. One time in the glove. Desbiens. What a save.
Job using her body to protect that puck.
Only shot on Minnesota's power play so far. Final seconds winding down here. So that'll do. Out comes Borean. So we're in the final minute here in 3-on-3. If no goal, we'll head to a shootout. It is 4-on-4 right now, because there was a penalty, and we're waiting till the whistle to correct that. Stays at even strength. Now Jakes to Coyne Schofield, and that one also just skims wide of the net. Poulin loses it. Coyne Schofield comes in off the pad, and Petrie tries to deliver. Can't connect. Chase is on once more. Steckline and Poulin. 20 seconds to go in 3-on-3 overtime. An overtime that featured a power play for the Frost. And that's why there are still 4 players for each out on the ice. 5 seconds remaining in overtime. Grant Mentis, backhand. We're headed to a shootout. See what she can do here. The first up in the shootout. And scores! In comes Britta Curl to a bevy of boos. And she's denied by Desbiens. So Montreal already with 1 goal in the shootout. Stacy looking for the second. Comes in, fires off the glass. Second player in the second round of this shootout. Brooke McQuigg comes in, also fires wide. Now Jennifer Gardner. And she just runs out of space there. Is Grace Zumwinkle, who's perfect in her shootout attempts previous. Can she do the same? Desbiens has other plans. Poulin with another chance after scoring the very first shootout goal in these rounds. Tries to fire it off the backhand. Izzy going to draw Desbiens out, and it's a stick save. Oh my goodness. Now Michaela Grant-Mentis in for Montreal. It's off the pad of Rooney. Claire Thompson needs a goal to keep the shootout going. Otherwise, Desbiens saves. Will save the game, and it does! What a win for the Victoire! And an incredible victory for Anne-Renee Desbiens. Perfect when it comes to what she was able to do in the shootout tonight. 40 saves for Anne-Renee Desbiens, goals by Laura Stacey, and the shootout winner from Captain Marie-Philippe Poulin. Thanks for joining us on behalf of Becky Keller, Rod Pizzo, and the PWHL. I'm Daniela Ponticelli, signing off from Laval. Good night.